If you're looking for the best budget audio interface, you have to consider the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. And now Focusrite has updated their new Scarlett with big changes. Let's talk about what's new and the truth about the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 4th generation. What's poppin' gang? I'm 30 Killer Beats, and personally, I have a love and hate relationship with the Scarlett 2i2 audio interface. Basically, from buying multiple different units in the past, but overall, this has definitely helped me in my career. Focusrite updated the Scarlett 2i2, and literally on that day, I went up there to Guitar Center to purchase it to see what is new about it and how does it sound and how much better is it actually are you getting for the price. I also have a Universal Audio Vault, which is the exact same price. So let me know if you guys want to see a video on that. Regardless of your situation, you might need a budget audio interface. Let's talk about the new updated design. In the front, now you have 6 brand new buttons. The knobs feel so much better than the previous model. We now have these new meters, as you can see, which is so much better than what we had in the past. You can now plug in your Scarlett 2i2 through USB-C, and you also have an additional 5-volt power in the back if you want to get more power out of this thing, if you're plugging this thing into your iPhone or your iPad. You also get 2 line outs for the outputs. One of the most important things about the Scarlett 2i2 is the price. And for right now, this Scarlett 2i2 is going for $199. I remember the times when I was purchasing a Scarlett 2i2 multiple times when my Scarletts would break. I had to buy it for $150. So it's kind of crazy that, you know, this is creeping up and going up in price. And who's to say 5-10 years from now, this Scarlett 2i2 is a $500 interface. But if you don't want to pay the $199 price, you could save $10 and go to McDonald's and get you a 2 McDoubles, a small fry, and to the corner store for a Black and Mild, and you can save for the last generation, the 3rd gen. If you want to go with the Scarlett 2i2 3rd gen, it is $10 off, so you can save that money and have you a full course meal. Make sure you save me a fry. But just to say, you know, you have an extra $100 to spend on investing in yourself. You know, if you were looking at the Scarlett 2i2, you can get the Scarlett Studio 2i2, which I personally have, which comes with the headphones, the microphone, and the Scarlett 2i2, which I think is a better deal. When you first get this thing and you open the box, you basically get this cardboard microphone stand, which is pretty great that they have this opportunity to give you a stand. If you don't have the money to afford an actual stand, you can use a cardboard box one. So that's pretty great that they give you that. Personally, I come from days from making my own stand. So the fact that they give you a stand, hey man, hey, it's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're spending this type of money, you got a stand. You get every single cable that you need to get started, including the XLR cable, which is super great. You also get these headphones here, which I'm not gonna lie, it does feel pretty cheap. But as far as quality wise, I will compare these to the Audio-Technica M50s. They sound pretty much similar, even though these headphones are made out of plastic. I mean, most headphones are made out of plastic anyway. It's better than nothing to have. You know, you have some headphones. If you didn't before you bought this Studio, you have headphones now. Also, you get the microphone, which I'm currently using right now to record this video. Let me know how you think it sounds. I do have it running into some hardware right now, going line into the interface. So, you know what I'm saying? It might sound better than what you would probably get out the box, but you know, this is still some type of quality that you will get. You know, I'm still using the microphone, you feel me? So maybe if you invest in some hardware later on in the future, this is probably some of the quality that you'll get if you decide to get some hardware later on. Next, you get the audio interface here, the Scarlett 2i2, which has a beautiful looking design, which looks way better than it did in the past. Honestly, I feel like this is more of a modern look and a modern take of what a Scarlett 2i2 should be. And I like the fact that they're listening to us and, you know, making these updates and changes. And I feel like other companies should do the same, consistently changing and updating their products. Real quick, I gotta give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, themusicgang.com. If you're looking for high quality templates to get faster, high quality results out of your recording sessions, or even have an opportunity to just mix and master other people's music for paid sessions, you can definitely check out the industry quality template on my website, themusicgang.com. If you're looking for help with mixing and mastering services, I can definitely help you out. Run your music through some of my legendary hardware like the SSL Fusion, the NEW 1073, and some successor compressors, de-essers, and stuff like that, whatever. If you want to book me for my services, go ahead and check out themusicgang.com. Link in the description. Next, let's talk about compatibility. The Scarlett 2i2 was basically designed to be plug and play. You can plug this thing into almost anything now these days. So now you can plug this into the iPad, you can plug it into your phone. As long as you have an extra USB-C to USB-A, plug it into your power supply, and you have the opportunity to use this with your phone. Say you go live, or you're on TikTok going live, or you're on another platform or something like that, or you just want to go open up the FL Studio mobile app, make some beats in there, maybe even record. And Logic now, they got it on the iPad. So now you can use this with your iPad and record everywhere you go. Let's talk about some of the new features with the Scarlett 2i2. One of them is the fact that you now have a loopback mode, which basically gives you the opportunity to record whatever your computer is listening to or playing at the moment, which is really great if you're trying to record some other audio source or something like that. If you're trying to record, if you don't have the access to download the audio at the time, but you can at least play it, you can record it in whatever DAW you're using. Just choose the loopback option whenever you're routing, and you can record your computer audio. Next, we have this air mode, which basically changes the sounds of the preamp on this Scarlett 2i2, giving a more updated sound. If you engage it, it'll give you some presence and air and stuff like that, hence the name air. So that's really great that they give you different opportunities to change the sound with the Scarlett 2i2. And not only that, you can change it on the software that's provided with this Scarlett 2i2 on the computer, so you don't even have to touch it to change and add different sounds to your preamp. This next button here that you see is save. So what does that mean? Does it save your hard drive? Does it save your music? I wish. What it actually does is auto gain your preamp. So if you're getting too loud in the preamp or you're getting too distortion, it'll actually turn it down so you don't distort, but it doesn't bring it back up. So just keep that in mind. It's not a compressor or anything like that. It's not an LA2A or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But it just turns it down, that's all. And honestly, I think there's a reason for that, but we'll talk about that later. Next is one of the greatest reasons why I think this is really great for beginners is the auto gain, which you can use this button here and it'll automatically count down from like, I think 5 or 3 seconds. You just keep performing into it while it's doing that, and then it'll automatically pick which is the best gain setting for you. And the reason why they needed to add this in there is because their preamps, sometimes if you're hitting too hot, you're going to distort easily on these preamps. And that's why they needed to add this for sure, especially with the soft gain, the safe gain, the clip gain. Yeah, they needed to add that for sure, because you sometimes, even now, if I get too close, you know, it can easily distort, which if you're recording a song or something like that, I highly recommend getting like a pop filter, or a circle pop filter, not the one that comes with it, which I'm using right now. Because if you use the one that comes with it, you can easily not understand the distance and get too close, and you'll get proximity effect issues in your recordings, so which you don't want. You know, I'm only doing it now because I'm doing a video, you know what I'm saying? It's not that necessary, or who cares about that, right? But for professional recording, which you're trying to do, you know, on a budget, definitely get a pop filter where you can keep some distance. That'll kind of help with the popping and the clipping. But I can tell you for sure that, you know, using a Scarlett 2i2, you're going to want to record at lower levels for sure. But, you know, I do, in fact, enjoy using this air button right here. So I'm using it right now. And, you know, from what I've seen from other people, it basically just boosts the high end and gives a little bit of presence. You know, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the air setting? Personally, I don't feel like I need it because I'm using other hardware to get. I do like the fact that you have the direct button now still here in the Scarlett 2i2 as before in the past, but you get to also press it again if you have other inputs inside to make it a stereo direct sound. So I do like the fact that they're getting more stuff into the Scarlett 2i2, even though it's getting more expensive on a budget. Now we have to talk about the truth. This audio interface was marketed of having 120 dB of dynamic range for recordings. Even if you go to their website, it says even more dynamic range for recordings. And you can see that here. I'm not sure if they changed it, but technically, if you read the manual, you actually get 116 dB of dynamic range. And what if you're saying, you know what, I don't even want to use the preamps on the Scarlett 2i2, and you want to use external gear and use that line in? Well, you get actually a dB less if you use the line in on the Scarlett 2i2. That dynamic range that they're talking about is only for the output when you're hearing your speakers. When you plug your output to your speakers, you're getting that 120 dB of dynamic range. But that's not really for your recordings, is it? Last time I checked, I don't really use my studio monitors for recordings. I just use it to listen. But someone put that on their website. I don't know if that was by purpose. Maybe it was an accident. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe you are using your maybe let me know in the comments if you guys are using your studio monitors for your recordings, because that's what Focusrite said you can do. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty great. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're that guy. Let me know what you guys think about the Scarlett 2i2 and this microphone. Do you like the sound quality of everything? Do you like the features? Do you understand the price hike? And are you okay with the price going up on the Scarlett 2i2? Used to be $150 or $130. I remember those days. $200. Let me know. Make sure you guys add me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads. You guys stay safe and check out themusicgame.com. Link in the description. Peace.